This is what we're thinking. The main track of the low pressure will be south of Idaho for Monday. 15 to 24 inches of snow, 20 below to 30 below. And remember, you can always get frostbite within 30 minutes when you do have a wind chill advisory. A lot of flooding across the state. Flood warning still in effect from Cascade County all the way to the eastern portions of the state. The rain is going to persist in a scattered form for the next 3 days, and the water is going to continue to rise. Unfortunately, the rest of the counties into the east, flood watches. Good evening and welcome back. Temperatures not too bad today, into the 30s, but it looks like that Arctic front will continue to push through the area, drop our temperatures overnight and the next few days. But in the 7-day forecast, temperatures looking quite nice. We'll get to that in a few minutes. 18 already right now, 77% humidity. Northeast winds a little gusty at 20 miles per hour. 16 degrees by 10 p.m., a chance of some light snow. And then we'll get a little bit of a break between 6 a.m. and noontime and then pick up again with some light snow. Towards the afternoon, temperatures only in the single digits and lower teens for the high temperatures tomorrow. Across the northwest, mild conditions pretty much everywhere. Look at Lewiston, 51, 48 in Seattle, 52 in Portland, down into the 60s in northern California. But look at eastern Montana, still quite chilly, stuck in with all those clouds and cold temperatures. But down into Wyoming, mild conditions. Now all the mild weather will be heading our way in the next few days, but in the next 2 days, we have to deal with some cold weather. Look at all the moisture coming out of the Pacific, streaming right into the area. That'll be our moisture supply coming right out of the Pacific right into the area. So a lot of Pacific moisture coming into the region, but most of the portions of Great Falls down into Helena, just scattered rain and snow showers. But look at all the bulk of the storms down into northern California. That's our next system that'll give us some weather tomorrow into Monday. No major storm though, just some light snow. You can see a few clearing skies just along the Great Falls area, so we're seeing some sunshine. Here are the thicker clouds, all associated with the jet stream. You can see down through Boise into Idaho Falls. That's where the main event of the snow will be the next few days, just to our south, so definitely good news. A few snow showers across Glasgow, scattered snow and rain showers across most of the area. Zooming in just a bit, Great Falls not seeing a lot, a little in the way of sunshine actually, but Helena, more clouds down there. Lincoln, a few snow showers being reported at last hour. So here's the story for tomorrow and the setup. A cold front just into north and central Montana between Helena and Great Falls again tomorrow. We'll see some light snow on the northern side of it and cold air bringing in from the north due to this high pressure, low pressure to the south. So the axis of heaviest precipitation will be in the southwest Montana and south of there. So we will be spared of the most of the snow. So that is good news. Precision Cast does show a few snow showers overnight tonight. We get that little break tomorrow afternoon, and then more energy comes from the south. We begin to see more snow showers for the afternoon hours tomorrow. Here's the setup once again tomorrow. You see that cold front snaking its way through Montana tomorrow, right between Helena and Great Falls and north of the front. Light snow with temperatures in the single digits and teens south of that front in the 20s and 30s. Overnight lows pretty cold tonight, slight chance of snow showers. Temperatures in the teens and even below zero in spots. 11 in Havre, 14 in Fort Benton tomorrow. Light snow showers and flurries into Malta. 0 tonight, 1 below in Glasgow. Light snow showers, 7 in Winnett, 15 in Winnett tomorrow, 4 in Malta, and 7 in Glasgow. So overnight tonight, a slight chance of flurries, 40% chance. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. A low of 4 degrees tomorrow, not going up a lot. A chance of light snow, maybe an inch of snow tomorrow. Not a lot though, high of 14 degrees, so definitely colder than we've been today. But look at the 7-day forecast, into the teens still on Monday. Clouds stay with us, a chance of flurries, but Tuesday, that begins our warm up into the upper 20s, upper 30s by Wednesday. Sunshine staying with us through Thursday. Looks like we could get into the lower 40s. Then temperatures drop just a bit Friday and Saturday into the 30s. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy the middle of next week after seeing some snow tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that.
As long as it's above zero, I don't mind the snow, I don't mind the cold.
It's been like that this winter, so as long as we take above zero, we're happy. Welcome back and good evening. We got into the lower teens today. It looks like we'll jump up a few degrees each and every day. The middle of next week looking quite nice, very mild. 10 degrees right now, that was our high. We're still sitting there. 68% humidity, north winds at 6. So still a cold wind right out of Canada. 1 below overnight tonight around 10 p.m. We'll be there. I think we'll get around 2 below for the overnight low. 0 by wake-up time if you're getting up at 6 a.m. 9 degrees by noontime. A few flurries tonight and through the day tomorrow, but those flurries will taper off. Clouds will stay with us. We'll eventually clear out by Tuesday afternoon. 40 degrees in Kalispell, 32 in Butte. Here's all the mild weather that's going to come our way towards the middle of the week. All the 50s and 60s out to the west. That'll be heading our direction, but eastern Montana still stuck in with the cold and the clouds. Only 3 in Glasgow, so they do have a wind chill advisory in effect from 11 p.m. tonight through 11 a.m. on Monday. Wind chills 20 below to 30 below. And remember, you can always get frostbite within 30 minutes when you do have a wind chill advisory. So please take it easy if you're heading out to the northeast. Now there's a snowstorm and a rainstorm out towards the east coast, an area of low pressure to the south. Now a tornado watch box showing up in southeast Virginia and northeast North Carolina, and snow behind that system. So a lot of rain and snow for the east coast today. Here in the Pacific Northwest and into the northern plains and Rocky Mountain front, just a few scattered snow showers and flurries across the state. The main bulk of the precipitation is in California right now. An area of low pressure will develop to our south, bring with it some clouds and flurries tomorrow. There are some clearing spots into the Helena Valley right now, but those will begin to pick up and increase. We'll start to see some clouds pick up. Missoula still seeing some snow flurries and scattered rain and snow showers, so that's the good news. Everything's pretty much scattered. The bulk of the precipitation will be to our south into Wyoming and to Idaho. Most of the precipitation is west of the Rocky Mountain front, and it's going to stay there for most of the night, only scattered flurries overnight tonight. High pressure to the north, low pressure to the south. This is the setup for the next couple of days. Here's that main axis of precipitation just to our south. That's going to push off to the east. Cold weather stays with us tomorrow, but as we transition to Tuesday, high pressure builds in, warm weather brings a ridge of high pressure, brings in the jet stream to the north, and by Wednesday, this jet stream is going to be north of us. So that means much warmer weather. 13 degrees in Havre, 11 in Glasgow, 13 in Glendive tomorrow, southwest of that front into the 30s and 40s across Missoula, but the whole state, cloudy skies with a chance of flurries tomorrow. 9 below in Cut Bank tonight, 5 below in Havre, 5 below in Fairfield. Fort Benton warming up a bit to 17 tomorrow, 13 in Havre, 11 in Cut Bank. Mostly cloudy skies, a chance of flurries, 19 in Stanford. For tonight, 1 below in Winnett, 2 below in Jordan. The further south you go, the better chance of flurries and snow showers. Malta and Glasgow will probably remain cloudy, below normal temperatures, well below zero as well. 12 in Malta tomorrow. So cloudy skies tonight, only a 30% chance of light snow and flurries, northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, 2 below for the overnight low. Tomorrow, cloudy skies stay with us, only a slight chance of a few flurries towards the afternoon, high of 17. So a few degrees warmer tomorrow, but still another Arctic-like day. But look at Tuesday, 35, 42 on Wednesday, full sunshine for both Wednesday and Thursday. I wanted to put 50 so bad. I think we still have the possibility of getting into the 50s on Thursday, so stay tuned for more forecasts on that spring-like update possibly. Winter tries to come back on Friday, but spring says I don't think so. It comes back on Sunday, back into the 40s.
You're just teasing all of us saying that it might be a possibility.
Right, so stay tuned to Fred's forecasts for later in this week. I think 50 might be on there. And also looking ahead to the long-range pattern, the next 2 weeks, I think spring might win out. It's an all too common scene recently, flooding impacting the majority of the state, and now more than 2/3 of the counties in Montana are under a flood warning. Even though downtown Great Falls has been under a flood warning for weeks, there haven't been many problems. Overall, Great Falls has lucked out when it comes to the flooding, but now that has changed. As you look behind me, the fast-flowing Missouri River has caused River Drive to flood and close, and even though forecasts look pretty good coming up, the flooding will continue. Not only has River Drive been closed, but so have pedestrian walkways along the river. Water and debris is getting closer to the walkways and has risen more than a foot in 24 hours in some locations. Sandy Mayer, a commissioner with the West Great Falls Flood Control and Drainage District, was out in Great Falls checking water levels at the levee on the Sun River.
Highest reading we've had on this project was in 1997, and that was a 3318.5. So we're about a foot and a half above that record.
A historical mark she expects to go even higher and last longer.
Probably the entire month of June and possibly on into July, which would kind of be unprecedented.
And one big factor they continue to monitor is debris in the river.
The bridges are being monitored for that debris so it doesn't catch on there and on the bridges and create a damming effect.
And the city does have an emergency action plan just in case, but so far, everything is expected to be under control in Great Falls. In Great Falls, Daniel Johnson for Montana's news station.